Picture this: a vast, quiet desert. The sun is blazing overhead, and the only sound is the crunch of sand underfoot. This is where we meet Moses, a man living a simple life as a shepherd, tending his flock near Mount Horeb. Now, Moses wasn't always a shepherd. He grew up in Egypt as part of Pharaoh's royal household, but life took a turn. He fled Egypt after a serious mistake and found himself starting over far away. For years, he lived a quiet, ordinary life, until this moment. One day, while Moses was out with his sheep, he saw something strange: a bush on fire. But here's the twist: it wasn't burning up. Curious, and maybe a little cautious, Moses walked closer. As Moses approached, he heard a voice calling his name. Moses, Moses. Imagine the shock. But Moses didn't run. Instead, he said, "Here I am." That's when things got really interesting. Moses was in awe, and maybe a little terrified. He hid his face, realizing he was in the presence of God. Then, God told Moses something incredible. He said, "I've seen the suffering of my people in Egypt. I've heard their cries, and now I'm sending you, Moses, to lead them to freedom." Moses didn't feel ready. "Who am I to do this?" he asked. But God reassured him, "I will be with you." And to prove it, God told Moses his name: "I am who I am." It was a powerful promise that Moses wouldn't face this mission alone. This moment changed everything. Moses went from being a shepherd in the desert to the leader who would help set his people free. And it all started with a burning bush and a simple message. When God calls you, He gives you the strength to answer. Sometimes, extraordinary things happen in the most ordinary places. Are you ready to listen?